The debate over the ethics of artificial intelligence has been raging since the 1960s. A few decades ago, the debate focused primarily on the expanding use of automation in the manufacturing and automotive industries and the loss of jobs. As AI usage becomes more prevalent, it's important to understand the ethical principles that guide the development and use of AI. By the end of the module, you will be able to define ethics, list the principles of AI ethics, apply ethical principles of AI to different scenarios, and describe the socio-technological approach to AI ethics. Defining ethics. There is no universal agreement on what constitutes ethical AI, especially since AI is not limited to any one discipline or industry. Some people have always had a healthy suspicion of AI, which is sometimes scoffed at by some scientists. For example, in 1960, Arthur Samuel stated, "The machine is not a threat to mankind, as some people think. The machine does not possess a will, and its so-called conclusions are only the logical consequences of its input, as revealed by the mechanistic functioning of an inanimate assemblage of mechanical and electrical parts." Over the past 10 years, several research institutions, tech companies, government agencies, and professional organizations have issued guidelines for ethical AI. Ethics is a branch of philosophy that studies moral values, rules, and the principles of right and wrong. There is no agreement on what constitutes ethical AI. In fact, a recent systematic review of global ethical guidelines found 84 ethics guidelines for AI from different countries, national and international organizations, and industries. Notably, in 2022, there were 21 guidelines from different organizations within the USA. Ethical principles of AI. After doing a comprehensive literature review, I determined that there were 9 ethical principles of AI that were relevant to health education and health promotion. They are autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, confidentiality, privacy, and trust, justice, fairness, and equity, transparency and explicability, accountability, sustainability, and solidarity. Autonomy focuses on the rights of individuals to make their own choices. AI must protect and enhance autonomy, preserve a user's ability to make decisions and choose between alternatives, and AI tools should not make decisions for patients without their informed consent. Furthermore, patients must be informed about how AI is used in their care, given the ability to consent, and maintain the right to override AI decisions. Beneficence. Beneficence implies acting in the best interest of others. An AI tool should benefit the user with minimal or no harm. For example, an AI system that uses machine learning to predict health risks must be accurate and reliable, as faulty predictions could harm patients. AI should also benefit humanity, society, and the environment. Non-maleficence. Non-maleficence means to do no harm. AI systems should not harm users intentionally or unintentionally. For example, if an AI system misinterprets data and provides incorrect health information, this could cause harm. Thus, AI systems need to have tools and techniques to ensure compliance with norms and standards. Confidentiality, privacy, and trust. Confidentiality involves respecting privacy and keeping personal information secure. Privacy is both a value to uphold and a right to be protected. For example, if an AI system doesn't have proper data security measures, it can breach confidentiality. Also, there is the need to use trustworthy design principles and to build and sustain a culture of trust. Justice, fairness, and equity. The principle of justice requires fair, equitable, and appropriate treatment. AI technology should be accessible to all, not just a privileged few. For instance, if an AI application is only available to certain demographics, this violates the principle of justice. Thus, AI systems need to be accurate, complete, and trained on diverse data. Transparency and explicability. AI systems must be understandable, explainable, explicable, predictable, and transparent. A lack of clarity about how an algorithm makes decisions undermines trust. So, to promote transparency, clear information about source codes, data use, limitations, etc., should be disclosed to users and stakeholders in non-technical language. Accountability. Accountability involves taking responsibility for the consequences of actions. Thus, developers, users, and regulators should have clear guidelines and must share responsibility for the ethical implications of using AI. For example, if an AI system delivers inaccurate medical results leading to faulty conclusions, accountability needs to be established. Sustainability. The principle of sustainability is closely related to beneficence. AI systems should be designed, used, and managed to promote sustainability, increase energy efficiency, and minimize their ecological footprint. Solidarity. AI should work with humans rather than against them. AI also should complement rather than replace the labor force. And there is a risk that AI will widen the digital divide and economic development between more and lesser technologically advanced countries. Socio-technological approach to AI ethics. There is an urgent call for a socio-technological approach to AI ethics. This approach places an emphasis on understanding the intersection of technology and society and the broad context in which AI systems operate. It considers not just the technology itself, but also the social structures and dynamics that shape and are shaped by the technology. The socio-technological approach is holistic, interdisciplinary, inclusive, and has diverse perspectives, is ecological and system-level thinking, and uses anticipatory governance. That is, it is proactive and forward-thinking. In summary, in this module, you learned about the ethical principles to consider when designing and using AI. You also learned the importance of taking a socio-technological approach to ethical AI. In the next module, we will explore AI bias and privacy concerns.